Hi, this is future me. No, this is past me. No, this is future me for me and past me for you. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey. This is the me after I recorded this video. Okay, I'm here giving you some context since past me forgot to give you context and future me doesn't want to give you context. So I'm giving you context now. For the 3 people that are watching this video that aren't in my class, this is a project for my government class, and it's essentially we have to talk about the Electoral College. That's what we have to do for this. And so I was like, oh, I'll create a YouTube video of it. And then I didn't create a YouTube video for the next 3 days. And then I was like, oh, I should probably create a YouTube video for this. And I wrote a script of what I had to do, or what I had to talk about. And then I, jeez. And then I saw a friend of mine online. I was like, oh, I'll just talk about it with him. So I went up to him. Well, I didn't go up to him. So I asked him, hey, you want to listen to me talk about politics in the Electoral College? And he was like, sure, why not? And I was like, yay, sweet. And then he was like, oh, let me ask my friend if they want to listen as well. And I was like, okay. So he went and asked his friend, hey, do you want to listen to my friend talk about the Electoral College and politics? And then his friend was obviously like, yeah, sure, why not? And so the 3 of us got onto a game called Deep Rock Galactica. And then I talked about politics in the Electoral College while they listened. And that's essentially it. Yeah. That's literally the entire video. So yeah, have fun. Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about politics.
I hate that.
No, everyone hates politics. Everyone hates politics. That's the thing. Everyone hates politics, but we talk about politics anyway. It's like your grandmother, you know? It's like that one grandmother where when you visit her... No, listen. When you visit her, she always gives you oatmeal raisin cookies, and she smells like old cats. You don't like it, but you still visit her every weekend.
Because you love her.
Yeah, but not you love her. You love you don't love what happens, but she's your grandmother, so you kind of have to.
Yeah.
That's what politics is. You don't like it, but you kind of have to because it's politics. So I got snipe, I got the semi-automatic rifle, and the boomstick. Okay.
You okay with that?
Yeah. The loadout I chose anyway was the rifle and machine guns, so it's fine. Changing it to the boomstick's okay. I usually use this rifle for, like, when it's multiplayer, otherwise I'll use the other weapon for single player. Anyways, I'm getting distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk... Back on the topic none of us want to talk about here. Politics here. There's many issues with politics. If you think about it, there's tons and tons of issues with politics, because if there wasn't, we'd actually have a really good government, but unfortunately we don't. Yeah, I think that lower area is just... No, there's a way over there. I'm looking at the upper area over here real quick. There's an upper area, so I'm checking it out. Anyways. Topic, yeah. And so if I need to be more specific. We're not gonna be talking about every single issue in politics, because that would take 5 or 10 hours just to get through the history of politics, probably. And we don't have time for that. We definitely don't. So Nobody got time for that. So instead, I'm just talking about the Electoral College. The Electoral College and politics, which in it of itself, if you think about it, is its own issue. So the reason I say that is because, first of all, one of the main issues, is that your votes are meaningless. Okay, Mudkip? Okay, Dusty, your votes don't matter.
You don't think I don't know that?
Yeah. And to be more specific, your votes don't matter in the way you think they matter. You see, when you go to the ballot and you check the box and stuff, you check it and you're either voting for, like, what's 2020s, Trump or Biden. You vote for one or the other. You check it. But that's not who you're actually voting for. What you're actually voting for, if you look at the if you go to the ballot next time you're voting and you look really closely underneath those check marks or those check boxes, you'll see a few names. what you're voting for are those names. And those names are the people that are actually voting for president. So you're not voting for the president, you're voting for the person that votes for the president. And those are the people in the Electoral College. You're voting for who is going to be in the Electoral College voting. That's who you're actually voting for. That's why you see on the news there's like the population vote and the electoral vote. They show the population votes, but the population vote never actually matters. It's always the electoral vote that has the final say. Where'd Molly go? Which one of you took Molly?
Molly went somewhere. That's all
I
I can
borrowed
say.
Molly for a second because I'm depositing nitro.
Oh.
Bruh. Oh, sorry, but... Oh, come on.
Actually, I tried to slide jump. I played too much Satisfaction.
Friends.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay, now you can take Molly back.
Okay, I'm taking Molly. Anyways,
I'm going to Mudkip.
oh, I'm also gonna need a platform right, like around there for the nitro.
Where are you? Alright, so,
Put a platform right there. Put a platform right there. Thank you.
enjoy.
Thank you. Now let me just deposit this gold. Anyways, Electoral College. You see on the news that population vote, Electoral College vote. Population vote doesn't matter. So it's only the Electoral College vote that matters. And if you, oh geez, there's a lot of these. I might actually be in a bit of an issue. Pickle here.
I thought pickles were too small for you to be in.
It's a pretty big pickle, okay? And there's, ah, jeez. Where are you guys?
Pull out your,
I can't. I'm preoccupied here with 20 different grunts on me.
Oh, well, I can find you.
Oh, that's where you guys are. Ah! Jeez. Okay. Okay. Anyways, what was I doing? Over here. So, what is Electoral College? You see that it has a specific amount of votes in the Electoral College. What is shooting at me this time? This stupid thing. I'm trying to talk about Electoral College here, so shut up. Okay. You're definitely gonna quote me on that, I feel like. And I fell.
Probably.
Anyways, the Electoral College, it has a specific number of votes. The number of votes is 538 votes. Do either of you know how they got to 538 votes? Or does Mudkip remember?
It's probably based on the size of the country.
Close.
Like bigger
Well,
states
you're,
have more.
you're on the right track. What it is it takes the amount of people in the House of Representatives and the amount of people in Senate. And it takes those, because there's 435 people in the House of Representatives, and there are 100 congressmen in the Senate. They take those, they add them together, and you have how many people can vote. But if you're good at math, you'll realize that that's only 535 people voting. So where does the other 3 votes actually come from? How do we get from 535 to 538? The neat fact about that is that,
You don't?
that's the neat part. You don't? No. That Washington, D.C. gets 3 of its own votes. So Washington, not the state, the city, Washington, D.C. gets its own votes. And that's how they get from 535 to 538. Don't ask me why they do that. They do that, and we just have to deal with it. So, in order to win the presidential election, the person running has to get 270 votes. So, example, let's say President 1 has like 235 votes. Ow. President 2 has like 220 votes. And then President 3 has like 73 votes or something. It's not a lot of votes. But the fact is, none of the presidents have hit 270. Even though President 1 has 235 and they're winning.
Oh, stop playing that game!
Quiet, Nolan.
You have an addiction!
Jeez. Anyways, what was I saying?
Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
Alright, back to the topic at hand.
Back to the topic. so they have 200. Person one has 235 votes. They don't have 270, so they don't win. They haven't won yet because they haven't hit 270. Even though they have more votes, they haven't won. So they have to keep persuading different states and stuff. It's like, oh, vote for me, I'll win, and then they have to hit that 270. So if you listen closely, I said 3. President 1, 2, and 3. When on the ballot, you usually only see 1 or 2, 1 and 2. President 1 and President 2. You don't really see a third president on the ballot. What if you go back to what I said, that you're not voting for the president on the ballot, you're voting for the person that votes for the president on the ballot. Ooh, actually, I want that slasher. Hold on.
Ah,
No.
ow.
You know, I'll go.
Oh,
I'll
you know
go.
what, you're
No,
mine.
I'll go for you.
I've got.
I'll go for you. Nope, never mind. That took too long. Okay. Anyways, ooh. Huh. Well, while you guys deal with that oppressor, I'm going to be pulling up an image here real quick that can help me
Where's the
explain.
oppressor?
It's on the roof. So,
Oh, you.
while they deal with that, I'm going to go. I talked about faithless electors. You're voting for the person that votes for the president. So there's a thing called faithless electors, and it's essentially the person that you vote for doesn't actually vote for the person you wanted them to vote for. So if we take a look at this image here, which is from the 2016 election between Trump and Clinton, you'll see that there's red states, there's blue states, and then you'll also see in like Texas, Washington, Hawaii, and Maine, there's these little circles with an extra number. We'll ignore Maine because Maine has its own reason for that. But if we look at Texas, Hawaii, and Washington, you'll see that there's these circled ones, or ones in a circle with different colors. And obviously, if you look to the right, you'll see different names. That's because those are faithless electors. Those are people that didn't actually vote for either Trump or Clinton. They voted for Powell. They voted for Spot the Eagle. They voted for Paul, Kasich, Sanders. Not Colonel Sanders, but I just love the idea of Colonel Sanders running for president. That's funny. But anyways, they voted for people that weren't actually running for president. Those are faithless electors. And so, in a few states, being a faithless elector can actually get you punished. But it's only like a fine. So it's like if you vote for the person you say if you don't vote for the person you say you're voting for, you get like a fine and that's it. I don't know why they do that. Where'd you guys go? Let me check. I don't know why they do that, but they do that. And so we just have to deal with it. You're down there, which goes that way. Okay. And so, that's why it's technically possible for someone like John Cena to be voted for president. It's possible for John Cena to be voted for president. It's possible for Mickey Mouse to be voted for president. That's why we have faithless electors, and I don't know why we have such a small punishment for them, but we do. So we just have to deal with it. So let's forget about faithless electors and go back to the colors of the states. You see states that are Republican, states that are Democratic. Then there's also what are called swing states. Those states are states that can either be Republican or Democratic. They can change. And there's only 5 swing states. There's Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. And it's those states that actually matter, okay? Those states with votes, those actually matter. So if you live in one of those states, congratulations, your votes actually matter. Otherwise, your votes are still meaningless. If you look at most states like Texas, it's always Republican. California, almost always Democratic. Which means if you're a Republican in California, sorry, your votes are useless. They don't matter. It's going to be a Democratic state. That's just how it is. The reason states like California, those such big states, are Democratic, even though they have like quite a few Republicans in them, is because of the winner-takes-all system. Now, the winner-takes-all system is pretty self-explanatory. It's whichever side wins the state gets all the electoral votes in that state. And California being the biggest, they get 55, which means Biden would get 55 votes in that state. Oh, you can do the bots as well?
What?
If they're alive.
You have to hack them, but yes.
I didn't know. Oh, that's sick. So that means, once again, if you live in California and you're a Republican, your votes are meaningless. And the reason is I'm going to pull up another image here. So they're going to do something, so I pull up another image. This image is the 2020 vote in California. It wasn't the actual thing. It was like a what's prediction stuff, but it doesn't matter. The results are still the same. The end result is still the same. Biden has like 8 million votes. Trump has like 4 million votes, as you can see there, which means Biden wins. So instead of Trump getting like 15 or 16 of the electoral votes that represent Republicans, and Trump or Biden getting like the other 30, 29, or 40, 39 votes, Biden gets all 55 votes. That's how the electoral system, winner takes all system works. So that means that if you're a Republican, you aren't getting California whatsoever. You don't get California. That's just how it is. Ow. Are there any health crystals around here? Any sugar crystals?
No, but I'm gonna need both, or 2 spots
We're
on
gonna
this
need an electoral
resupply.
pod soon. Yeah. So
Okay.
after this, we spawn in a resupply.
Okay.
I spawned in one because I need 2.
Okay.
I need 1.
I'll take one then. Oh, those do give you health. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They give you 50% of everything.
Okay, that's good.
Got an oppressor I'm gonna take care of.
Where is it?
Point me towards it, and I can.
Oh, it's right near me. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's right there.
It's in
Anyways,
heaven.
it's in heaven now. It's gone. Anyway, so yeah, that's why the winner take all system isn't the best. So, let's see. I got that. Went through that. Yeah. Okay. Now I have a script here with notes on what I need to talk about here. Get out of here. So there are only 2 states that don't do this winner takes all system. It's Maine and Nebraska. That's why on the other image you saw that Maine had a circle with a red one. Because Maine doesn't do a winner takes all system. It does a split the electoral vote system type thing. So if every state did that, then you would see a lot more competition of trying to vote. You'd see a lot more eagerness to vote and try to get more electoral votes for your president. Instead of just being a Republican in California and knowing your votes don't mean anything. So that's why the winner takes all system isn't the best, because there's not any competition in actually voting in most states. Besides swing states and besides Maine and Nebraska, where they don't have the system. Besides those states, there isn't really any competition of voting, and therefore votes are usually meaningless and pointless. Are you guys going back over there?
I'm just grabbing some more,
Where is it?
fossils.
I grabbed a fossil.
Which way is
3
it?
fossils.
Is it this way?
Okay, we
How
should
many do you
deposit
have,
that.
Mudkip?
I have 1.
I have one.
Alright, I'm calling mute Molly over.
I think Mudkip went this way. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, there you
Alright.
go.
Molly should be on the way, but yeah.
So, let me
Let's
finish about that. Let me talk about potential quote-unquote fixes out for the Electoral College system. They aren't actual fixes. There's pros and cons to each of these, but they're potential fixes. The things that could make it better or could make it worse, in a sense. First one is just a straight-up popular vote. Just straight-up popular vote, no Electoral College. You just vote, and you see who wins. Now, on the surface, sounds like a good idea. Reason is because it lets just the people vote. The people actually get a voice, and they actually get something to say. There's no electoral votes. There's no winning over a state. It's your vote. There'd definitely be a lot more competition. That's for sure. One of the issues with that is that quite a few people don't actually. That's a lot of recovery. Jeez.
That is
How much
a good.
nitro did
I'm
we
gonna take
have?
At least 1 for now.
Oh, we had like 200, but I also used resupply earlier, so
You know, we
like,
could have spread out and taken 1 resupply for each of us.
Actually, I want you.
it's
Don't kill this
probably
guard.
good.
Don't kill the guard. Don't kill the guard. Did I just kill the guard?
Splitting up the resupplies would have been way better for all 3 of us.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know, we have
Are you-
enough for that, but oh well, it is what it is.
Okay. Oh wait.
It's not a disaster.
Oh, I can't get a pet because it's random. I just realized my stats are random as well.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
Pulling a battery.
Oh, my stats are that. You're kidding me. Oh,
That's
jeez.
unfortunate.
No wonder I
Anyways.
couldn't get one. Anyway, anyways, what was I saying? Straight up popular vote. A lot of reasons it's good, gives people a voice. Reason it's bad. A lot of people don't actually know who they're voting for. Quite a few people usually just vote on name recognition and what they recognize. We're about to do a boss fight here, and here I am talking about politics.
It is what it is.
This is peak internet here, people. Peak internet.
We're online after all.
Yeah.
Just gotta deal with it.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna call my sentries over here.
Yeah, good idea. So. Ow. Ow. If I get rid of you
what?
temporarily.
Who's got the next one?
I'm low on health, so I'm just gonna do a bit of
Whoever is
resupply.
closer to the resupplies.
Anyways,
I got it.
Ow.
okay, we got one health bar down, and I feel like I should finish this up before the boss fight ends. Okay,
Yeah.
how it's bad. People don't vote what they're voting, know what they're voting for because they usually vote on name recognition and what they recognize. So they could vote on someone that's really bad and they may not ever realize it. This is not a good idea talking about politics in a boss fight, but here I am.
That's fine. Just do it.
Next solution is let the runner-up be vice president. Well, first off, we already did that. We already did that type of system for 3 elections. We did that for 3 elections, realized it was a bad idea, and changed it with the 12th Amendment. And the reason it's a bad idea is just imagine
Ow, 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 ow.
Trump being Biden's vice president. Just imagine
Let's
that.
get some help.
Imagine Trump being the vice president of Biden.
Can someone get the eye over there?
I got it. There we go.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's not really a good thing because...
Alright, someone
Just
can
that
take
within
over the
itself
supply
isn't good.
pods again.
So that's why they made the 12th Amendment of
Shoot.
allowing people to vote for the president and the vice president on the same ballot. That's essentially what the 12th Amendment is. Oh, wait, no wonder my grappling hook sucks because it's not the 30-meter range. Why is everything randomized? Come on.
Because it's a challenge.
No wonder this is harder. Yeah, I realize I'm...
This is the right mission to be doing that. Oh shoot.
Well, I didn't realize what the beverage was gonna do.
Yeah, I
I
know.
probably should have asked Mudkip what it did. But I was stupid
Yeah.
enough to be like, let me just drink this. Nothing bad could happen. Okay. So, last solution here. Kind of. This is nightmare for me. Last solution is ranked voting system. Now what the ranked voting system would be is you put in your top 3 options and you put in your top 3 options. So they would look at the options and they'd see, okay, they voted for this, for the first, that got that many votes, that got that many votes. But you need a 51 majority to win. So if none of them had 51 majority, then they would take the person that was in last and eliminate them. Just like how I eliminated the boss. So they would eliminate that last person, look for the people that voted for that person, look at their second options, and then distribute it like that. And then they do the same for the third if there still wasn't a majority. And so forth. And depending on how many people you allow to vote for, how many people get voted, that's how they would do it. And so... The issue of that one is it will go and seem like, oh, this person who initially got the most votes in the first round actually loses because people's second and third options ranked up other people. And so it makes this thing of how people that feel like should have won, don't actually won because people had second and third options with this one instead. And it also becomes very problematic for the political side because they have to go through each ballot and they have to be like, okay, they voted for this, but this person's no longer out, so we gotta go for the second one. They have to grab ballots back again and have to go through them again and choose that. And it becomes it becomes an issue of trying to keep track of things. And so press the button. We're pressing the button.
Yeah,
Pressing the
let's get
button.
out of here.
I don't want to deal with
Right.
those.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the issue. That's one of the issues with that. Are any of these solutions right? I don't know. None of us know because there's problems with them. There's things that are wrong, things that are right. There's no solidified right answer because our government is so messed up that we can't think of an actual correct solution that would just solely benefit. We'd have to straight up probably take the entire government, destroy it, and rebuild it. But that might not even be possible because of how the founding fathers decided to create our government. So, what are we stuck with? We're stuck with this mess of a government with politics and voting. Can we even figure it out? Maybe not, because once again we'd have to destroy the entire government essentially and rebuild it, and there's no way that's going to be happening because of one, who's in charge of the government, and two, how the founding fathers built the government. And so unfortunately this is the government that we're stuck with, this is the voting system we're stuck with, and we just have to deal with it. That's essentially all there is to it. There's not much we can do about it. So that's it. That's the blamble. That's the talks. We finished the mission. I finished my rambling. That's the issue with the Electoral College. I'm completed. I'm done. So yeah, that's it. Any last comments from you two? Any last comments?
It's kind
No?
of funny how I learned more from that than I would in school.
Yeah. There you go. That is it. That's essentially it.
That works.
So yeah. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk, like my teacher would say. And hopefully you learned about why your votes are meaningless and why we need a new voting thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
See ya.